Hi, thank you for watching Show Me Wilson. Today I'm going to talk about the flood of Noah, the flood that poured water out of the heavens and flooded the earth with water. I mean, here there is this man in the scriptures that talks about how he built this ark and rescued animals, two of each kind, a man, a female and male, and put him on an ark. He was chastised, he's made fun of. But maybe he knew something on an what's the word? Astronomy level that other people didn't know or didn't understand. I'm going to give you an example. We have a bunch of planets in our solar system. I can move my camera. And these planets are all different shapes. You know, most of them are you know, pretty close in size. I mean, there's difference in sizes, but you know, you could see how people could live on them. You know, there's a couple that are huge, like Saturn and Jupiter. They're pretty big. But let's just imagine the Earth. Here she is in the universe. And let's imagine that she has a ring around her. Most people would say that this is impossible because you can't see the ring. But maybe that ring disappeared after the flood of Noah. Let me give you an example. Most rings that rotate around an Earth or around a planet are gas. What if this ring was a liquid gas? Liquid, you know, and it's spinning around the Earth. And then the individuals on the Earth were playing with, let's say, bombs, nuclear explosions, but maybe with crystals. And let's say it got out of control and they didn't know what they were doing. You know, they were experimenting. And all of a sudden, one of their crystals exploded, causing the Earth, instead of to be at her perfect state of shape. They say if the Earth goes 1 degree one way, she turns to ice. Another degree the other way, she turns to fire. So now let's say she's at her perfect angle. The explosion goes off. Now she's at this 1 degree too far. Now she turns to ice. She becomes the Ice Age. Now what happens to this ring that's surrounding her? Okay, we already know it's cold in space, but maybe now it's colder because she's frozen. So does this gas turn to ice? Okay, so now let's say these planets, maybe a new planet arrives in the solar system. Okay, and when you look at this, it kind of looks like a trampoline. And if you put weights on this trampoline, it can balance the planets to a different angle. It can move them up or move them down. I mean, just imagine putting people on a trampoline. You put someone who weighs 300 pounds in the middle and everybody's going to start rolling to the middle. Well, let's just say these are weights and it balances the planets to the degree that they need to be for life form or for whatever form they're in. But now because these people were playing with bombs, she went off center, turned to ice. Now the planet, a new planet, comes into existence, or moon, and that planet creates a new balance. Maybe that extra weight puts her back where she's not frozen anymore. We just had a new planet come into our telescope view. Has it always been there? We don't know. You know, we just saw it. We just identified it. And so now this ice turns to liquid, okay? And it's acidic, okay? So now it pours. Now she's rotated back, and it pours. All this liquid pours into her atmosphere. When you think about it, we have these holes, these atmosphere holes that our astronauts fly off into space through that hole. Are those holes the place that this acid came into the earth? And then when it came through the earth, it hit the ozone that burned it, incinerated it. So what gases turn to liquid or turn to salt water? So all this acid is being poured into the earth, burning up, becoming sterilized or whatever, and then falling onto the planet like rain. So could you see how this much water or acid or gases would fill the earth with water and bless her with an ocean? Interesting. It's a theory that I have. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But it's the only thing that makes sense. I mean, where did our hole for the atmosphere come from? You know, everyone says the hole is getting bigger because of our pollution. But what created that hole? A long time ago, it was acid. Okay? It came into our earth. It ate the atmosphere. It had to come to the earth. It had to bless the earth with water. And now we have the Noah flood. And all of a sudden, after Noah's been traveling for 60 days or a year, he finally finds land. The land was there all the time. It just, he had to go through a bunch of water to find it. And he didn't have electric motors to push him faster. He was relying on the wind or the current of the water to take him to land. And for all we know, all of it was land, and there's just a few places of water. You know, anyhow, it's food for thought. I don't know that the earth was completely covered with water, but maybe it was. I mean, these gases would be a lot of water, would be a lot of liquid if it poured in to our atmosphere. The reason I think that there is or was a ring around the earth, which we don't know. We weren't investigating space when Noah was on the earth. But there's a lady that is spoken of in the Farmer's Almanac. I can't say this. My parents live by the almanac. And I mean, this is when they plant their gardens. I mean, this is everything that they follow the rule of thumb. In this almanac for 2014, on page 82, is a lady by the name of Lucy. I'm going to slaughter her name, O'Keefe Hancock. And she talks about that is her dad's theory. Her dad believed there was a ring around the earth, and still is a ring, you just can't see it. And she has found more proof that there's probably a ring around the earth because of a few moons that have rings around them. So this is not just my theory, but when I read that, it made sense that for the first time I had something say, this could have created the Noah flood. This could have created the water pouring out of heaven. I mean, who's going to pour water on earth? Is some spaceship going to come and sit there and get your buckets out, start dumping water? This planet needs water. No. It was a natural process. And I believe it was acid that was incinerated, turned into salt water after being boiled at high temperatures, and became our ocean. Anyhow, food for thought. There was water on the planet before, but not in the masses that we have now. Anyhow, thank you for watching Show Me Willson, and I will talk to you later. Thank you. Have a great night. Bye.